why, like, troll to have woodland stride. Actually, he gets that.
Bad example, but I get it.
Trap finding 3.
Finally! That's like the best skill in the game.
Hide in plain sight for a troll, yes.
Well, you know, if they bunch up, they might look like a rock or something.
Next character will be Silver Dragon Paladin.
Is that going to be your next?
Oh my, that would make for an interesting party balance.
No, you cannot intimidate this woman. She's deserving as us. We are but servants of the light. That is why dragons exist.
Oh, you have saved me, good dragon.
Return.
Please take this mountain of treasure. No, I cannot. Use the treasure to build a better tomorrow for you and your people. And you're like, what?
I think even a silver dragon couldn't say no to treasure.
Probably
This
not.
dragon could. He's a paladin, has a vow of poverty.
Yes. Paladin of Sarenrae. Goodness is all there is.
A monk dragon.
That's actually pretty deadly, I imagine.
Monk dragon is probably pretty good, yeah.
Well, you would still have
flurry
to.
of biting.
Well, you'd have to take
Biting.
a lot of feats to make that feasible, though.
1, I think.
Like feral combat training or something.
Yeah,
Snake
feral
style.
combat training bite. You can use your
Snake style
biting
for your
instead
dragon.
of, unarmed strikes.
So you can parry with your tail.
But I mean, you could combine unarmed strikes with like natural attacks, right?
I'm not sure how that works.
It's
I've
the,
never had a monk dragon.
It's the old monk vampire idea of being one of the most lethal things you can come up with.
Or monk mummy.
Yes, that thing nearly killed us.
Monk me.
That single, monkey creature almost murdered us completely. Felt we had.
If you couldn't use your other things, then your unarmed would certainly become much better than your biting.
Mhm.
It's interesting. Flurry of bite. It's very powerful, I imagine.
Flurry of bite. He just whips his head around like ah.
Bites you like 16 times.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly smaller, but God, such discipline.
Such control.
Domination. I mean, if you wanted that sort of thing, you could always have gone for like a variant multi-class of like a monk or something. If you wanted the flavor without the like commitment to being something that's not the dragon class, that will give you evasion, keep rule.
Is the monk class a thing that is in the dragon book? I don't think so.
I think it is. Let me check.
I think actually a variant multi-class might make a lot of sense if you're the dragon class. Like if you wanted to have like a class-based flavor thing.
Let's see. Class archetypes. Racial paragon class. Where is that?
Well, I can take a look.
No, not favorite class options. Iconic hero. There we go. Modified abilities. Monk. Oh, you replace the monk's flurry of blows.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
It could be a small forever, but bonus
The
feats.
tiniest dragon monk.
I mean, you replace flurry of blows, but you still had all the other monk abilities. No, like other monk abilities.
Yeah. Still want to try Unchained Monk at some point.
Oh, if only someone were to run another Pathfinder campaign.
If only someone
I
would.
actually thought that it would be fun to do. Sorry.
What were you saying, DDS?
I think he cut
Wow,
out.
I've got such a high ping, I just realised.
Yeah, we are noticing.
What were you saying?
I was just replying to the comment Jonas made about Unchained Monk, how I've also got characters I really want to play, such as either trying out the Unchained Summoner or the Slayer, the hybrid classes.
The monstrous super rage of barbarian mounted guy.
Who has a mount
Or
that
how to
also
break
rages.
strength. Oh, yeah. No, not quite.
We still have our legal Shellyax campaign where we play lawyers and investigators.
If Rakaix died, I think I would honestly make a red-black racial paragon, and then with variant barbarian for the class. And just be like the worst kind of asshole in the world. Least diplomatic, always lying, and always crazy violent.
It doesn't seem like it's playable in a party setting. If I'm honest. That sounds like an iPope character.
But now that Rakaix is dead, clearly nobody
you
cares
just,
for
you
his
just
diplomacy.
you just fuck it, and you're just gonna drive this campaign into the ground now.
If diplomacy is not decided, then he will have the other one.
Him dying is probably not a sign of diplomacy not being needed. It's more like a sign of someone actually just
Natural selection.
cutting him. I don't think that's how it works.
There's a copper gunslinger dragon. The mounted turret.
He has like a cannon instead of a pistol. And he has an enormous, like, tricone hat with a feather in it.
I mean, since you can wield the words, since you do grow rather quickly as a dragon and can use the appropriately sized weaponry, you would very quickly be able to wield cannons as a gunslinger.
Mm-hmm.
I wear my gargantuan gun.
Yeah, like super big hack butt that you take with you.
God sniper.
What would a gargantuan rifle be like? Artillery?
Basically.
Yeah.
And you bind like an Afridi like genie to it that like his fire magic propels the bullets.
Bird.
The heat of 1,000 suns.
Looks super dumb.
Yeah, they would look incredibly stupid.
But it would be effective against other dragons. They'd be completely fucked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can't deal with guns.
No,
What would they do?
nothing. They can't do anything.
Damn.
Touch is
Touch attack all the time.
borked.
Swashbuckler Parry Dragon. Who's a fairy, which makes Parry Dragon so much better.
Fairy parrot dragon. I mean, a fairy dragon is certainly quirky.
It's the best one when you have a caster.
Yeah.
It's actually much more powerful if you had been a fairy dragon. Because you would have you'd be like super
You would-
tiny.
You would be so whimsical.
Like a little fine dragon just flying around being whimsical, yeah. Could make a combination of a red fairy dragon.
The angriest whimsy.
I am death. I hate the world. Now slip. And then he falls on his ass like, see the destruction.
It'd be like the dragon version of the Joker. It feels like, just laughing all the time and just skipping around.
My cohort is a girl with like a cart back on her face. Yeah, many interesting character concepts. I mean, this whole Shield Earthbreaker combination could be fun to try in character as well. I think you can have it up and running by 3rd level without too much issue.
Meanwhile, flavorful, I don't think it's mechanically that good, since you wield the Earthbreaker in one hand.
It still does 2d6. It's pretty good for a one-handed weapon.
That's true.
You can't really get much better
Takes the
than
feet
that.
down.
And you don't have to take like the Shield Mastery and Shield Bash, because that 1 feat for it covers all of it. You don't take like you retain all the shield bonus. It's actually really good.
Oh, that's
If you're
true.
gonna do shield bashing, I mean, that's the actually feed low cost way to do it. There's some things you can't do, like don't get ray shield and stuff like that, unless you're at vest a little more. But just base having dual wielding and shield bonus, and one of them being a 2d6 damage weapon. That's pretty good. I'd say at least. You can even do it on a rogue if you wanted to. Take you a little longer because you couldn't take the double weapon focus first level, but you can get like rogue tricks for combat feats if you want it quickly. Ranger would be the fastest, I think. You can also get the 2-weapon fighting just going, so you could ignore dex still.
I have an old old character concept with a dual-wielding ranger red mantis assassin.
There's the Red Mantis Assassin class.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
turns
prestige.
into a like a mantis.
Yeah, you have like weird mantis powers. It's not
okay.
really good, but it's a cool concept.
I think
Yeah,
Apollo
I had
took
a-
the
I had
mantis
quite-
form.
I had quite a cool tiefling assassin at one point I wanted to build. I think that was one of my ideas. I think that's one of the ideas I juggled around.
Assassin
around in Kingmaker
campaign.
with it.
Get hyped.
Oh yeah, the assassin campaign coming at you. We're gonna run an assassin guild. That's our base, our mother base, and then we run the
Can we
assassin
basically
business.
can we create the Dark Brotherhood?
It's
Good- good.
the sawtooth sabers.
Yeah, and you like flip them around as a mantis, and then you like can fascinate your target.
You'd probably want to be a ranger for that.
Yeah, as I said, the dual wield ranger. Yeah, I like our Dark Brotherhood idea. Who's going to be the whisperer and the listener?
I don't know. I have a DR based barbarian build here.
That's fine.
It's up to have 25 DR everything.
You don't need to sneak to have to be an assassin.
I'd call him. I'll call him the immortal.
Sure.
Never die. Think about it. Like he would have 25 DR.
Did you say you're going to call him immortal, never die? That's a bit on the nose, isn't it?
25 DR everything. Not even adamantine everything. And then he would also have. He would have to kill him, double his constitution to kill him, and he could fight without any penalties all the way there.
All these Munchkin characters.
You know. There's the Goliath Wild Shaper. It's just a fun concept, not really good. Then there have another barbarian, which is the Mounted Fury Barbarian, who rages enormous amounts.
You seem to have a very soft spot for barbarians all of a sudden.
I haven't played one. I would like to play one. They have many interesting things they can do with all the new rage powers and stances and stuff.
Mister, I've had similar things towards Paladin recently because I realised I've never actually played a Paladin and simply helped other people make them.
I'm an Unchained Rogue, but I don't really have with it. You spend way too much time just getting feats, really.
So we have a barbarian, a paladin, and an unchained monk.
Well,
Or that lawyer campaign we talked about. Lawyers. I would genuinely think that would be a really cool idea. Like we're all like investigators or some sort of like specialized characters like that, and we have like a lawyer campaign. It's gonna be Phoenix Wright, but in Pathfinder. Oh man, that'd be real cool.
I thought about a Fade Core version of Shadowrun. I think that would work really well. If you know the system.
I do not.
It would work perfectly with Shadowrun and get rid of all the damn like grenade trajectory calculations, which nobody cares about.
No.
I mean, just because rules exist don't mean they are used
Exactly.
like every time.
So let's use a system that is like it's the same system basically as Dresden Files, except made as a core version for any system. I think that would work really well for Shadowrun.
Going into GURPS.
I haven't played GURPS.
GURPS
I like
is
the feed system.
GURPS is good.
I,
Works with everything as well.
I think I'll go now.
Okay.
And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
Makes the
talk
session
tomorrow.
short as it was, but we'll have a bonus one. So.
Yes.
But then we need another bonus session to make up for this one.
I know, right? Well.
Indeed.
This was an interesting session to be sure.
Yeah. What little we have of it, sadly.
We
had a
started
session.
late and ended early, but
It's.
I
It is
don't
a
think
bit.
ending
It
early
is.
was a mistake.
No, probably not. But it's just a bit.
The
You never get going. You know, you're like starting to get there, and then like, oh damn it.
Yeah, we didn't get there. That's the feeling I got as well.
Yeah.
tomorrow we have.
So I'm getting jealous of your like 13th Age thing that where you go for like 9 hours. I was like,
I mean,
at least you get things done, right? No.
I hope Grove isn't listening. It is a very different experience.
Sure.
Jonas.
Well, I know Grimmeth's way of DMing as well, so yes.
Sheep, haven't we spent entire like sessions basically just debating?
Yes, many.
We don't get things done. We try to get things done and fail to get things done.
Well, it's because you're playing in a world where like intrigue and
That is very true, Grimmeth.
Sheep. Yeah, you do call us and solve after every 13th stage session.
sounds like a good session.
It certainly gets me involved, to say the least, which is enjoyable. It's a bit like a horror movie. You dread it and you love it.
Yeah.
It's
Same way I looked at Forsaken Throne sessions for a while there, when every session was a world-breaking event.
And then it calmed down, and then sped up a little bit again.
It becomes very exhausting if you have to prevent the world from exploding every time.
It wasn't good to save the entire world, but your world.
We're gonna fuck over the mother's world.
Grimmeth, I'm not attempting to be diplomatic. That's just how I am. That's what I mean too.
You're polite.
I'm not sugarcoating my opinion. I'm just having difficulty in expressing it. That did sound like an attempt to be diplomatic, didn't it? Huh.
Yes. Sheep. You're the next charisma-based character. You're the little talker. You're going to play the bard who introduces the party.
With interpretive song and dance.
Hey! Don't mess the interpretive dance.
Well, I mean, if I was gonna, I have this this idea of a bard that has oratory as his performance, so he shouts insults at the enemy while they fight.
That'd be comedy.
Like, his insults are so like scathing that the enemy like gets minuses and your friends get bonuses.
Oh yeah, there are actually there's the one of the archetypes. I think it's like Jester or something, where they specifically your bard performance is insulting the enemy and forces them to take penalties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would work great in like a pirate campaign. It's just a fun concept. I mean, like, I'm not gonna sing and dance, stupid. I'm gonna throw insults at you that are so incredibly crafted that you sort of get unbalanced by them.
Well, it's not. Maybe it's not the insult themselves, just the presentation. You know, it becomes some of them might be insults which just make them like sigh to themselves and wish they didn't hear it, but then that distracts them so much that they fail to land their attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the delivery.
I mean, we had your the idea for Arvolix being a very like very socially awkward and trying to do puns all the time to fit in, and was really incredibly
We
bad
did,
puns.
I did kind of want to do, but on the other hand, I could not bring myself to doing puns all the time.
I would like nervously giggle and be like, oh.
I still like how you guys almost started role playing what goes on inside of Onyx's head though. All the plotting. I know some people in chat earlier. Yeah, I'm apparently looking forward to seeing how you guys resolve being inside that maid duel.
The what?
Did you have to cut out again?
I realised I can see the Skype reconnecting icon in my top left corner.
I don't know what you guys are talking about anymore.
I mean, what are you confused about, Dennis?
Nothing.
Talk to us.
Everything. Well,
So the sheep really should play a bard.
yes.
I will play the summon of Mr. Snuggles.
Yes. Mrs. Snuffles. Or your giant bee. The huge stinger.
I should turn Miss Puppies into a D&D character.
Miss Puppies is
You
could be a good D&D character, yes.
Former NBA player
I
and
downloaded all my
and
characters. I made all my various
doctor in
names.
philosophy.
Yes. Indeed, Miss Puppies.
World-renowned author, gone adventurer.
Yeah.
With a great axe.
Yes.
Oh. As adventurers do.
Exactly.
And philosophers.
And a deep-seated fear of ducks.
Oh, yes.
And pants, I think it was also.
No,
Can you take that drawback?
the duck stole my pants.
The duck stole your pants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and a very famous basketball player there for a while, of course. Although she did have to quit that.
Yeah.
It was fun. Miss Puppies was a good character, and she grew exponentially during our adventures.
Oh.
Yeah, could definitely work. Definitely. So many barbarians. Everyone is going for something melee oriented these days.
No, in my next D&D game, I would play some castery thing.
Mm-hmm. Casters are fun. They give you a lot of options.
Yeah, I didn't I, Graf? Then again, I had never played a ranger at the time either.
What is the least likely character you guys were gonna make?
Least likely, apart from the classes I've already played, which would be unlikely. Summoner would not be my thing.
Yeah, same here.
In my case,
Swashbuckler?
You're not a fan of Swashbuckler?
No. No.
in my case, if we exclude ones I've already played, like Oracle, for example, because I don't feel like playing healers anymore because I've done a lot of those in a row. I think it's a barbarian I wouldn't play. To be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to and don't want to play a bard.
I think it would be really fun to play a bard. You're not really like super effective in combat, but you can do a lot of really
You say
fun
that to the
stuff.
Arcane Duelist.
Fuck the Arcane Duelist.
And you can be surprisingly
I'd probably play a bard in a kind of Forsaken Throne-ish campaign with lots of downtime.
I would probably be least likely to play a Mystic Thurge.
I mean,
I couldn't live with myself for being so
I mean,
incredibly ineffective.
that's a prestige class though.
Yeah, like, but multiclassing generally is something I dislike.
It's good though sometimes.
sometimes.
There was a time where I was really opposed to playing a witch, but then I actually played a witch like as an NPC.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, God damn, they are good. Jesus.
Witches are amazing what they do, which is normally debuff, but they can be adjusted.
If you as a witch want to lock down a target, you can fucking lock down a target. It's ridiculous.
A witch's job is usually pick one target, normally the boss, and make it so he can't do anything.
Yeah, Jonas cuts his wrists every time he thinks about losing a spell level. It's true.
I do. And it's so frustrating. I cannot lose a spell level.
There is one idea I had, Sheep, though, actually, what I kind of want to do, which is the Slumber Witch.
Hush.
I mean, the big advantage of multiclassing is really that you you don't have to build the character concept around the class you're playing, but you can kind of adjust the classes you're picking to the character.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of what I did with Chiron, in a way. Although Dragon Disciple is a bit of cheating, really, because it's just good. And it's a prestige class.
You can...
It gives you a lot of options, to say the least.
I think, if I was going to go with one of the core classes, I think just a plain old fighter would be one of the last things I would play.
Fighters can be fun.
I think fighter is interesting because you have so many options thanks to all the bonus feats.
Yes.
But feats is essentially all that a fighter is.
Yeah.
For a fighter to be fun, you either need to be very special feat-wise, or you have to give it like a good character that's fun to play.
I don't know. For fighter to be fun, you can build something weird, like the dual spike shield fighter, or something like this strange like that. That could maybe be fun to play, but I don't know. It's just I look at it, it's just so boring to me. It's like, there's nothing here.
The class itself is very generic. It has no flavor whatsoever.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
You are a fighter. You fight.
Yeah, I fight. I have a sword.
The flavor generally comes from how you alter it. For example, if you're a Law Warden fighter, like, wait, what? That completely changes the entire look of the class.
Yeah, but a base fighter is just bad.
No.
A base, bad.
Not bad, but just
Boring.
flavorless. Pretty much every other class suggests some kind of flavor.
Yeah, look at the fighter and then compare it to the flavor of the swashbuckler, who's just this like dizzying maze of awesome that is everything that it does.
Swashbucklers are just silly good.
Oh, they're great.
Like, seriously.
So much fun. So much fun. Have they released any new prestige classes in a while?
No.
I don't think so.
They don't like that really. They more release like they have started to do like they did core and base and then alternate and then they went to hybrid. So and now they have occult.
They don't.
Is that a separate one?
It's a separate section.
Classes are a thing now, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, one of the base classes I'm very unlikely to play is a monk too, because I'm playing 113 Mage now.
Oh.
So that's a thing.
Even
though it's incredibly different.
I like monks. The only problem is I have trouble being satisfied building one on a low point buy.
Yes, that is true. It's you need a decent point buy for.
And also the generic kind of monk character is just so humble and unassuming that it's very boring to roleplay, and it's like always in the background.
You say that you can get a lot of flavor into one if you know. What
I'm just saying the standard monk essentially. The flavor that the class suggests is very bland. Same with the paladin, but you can definitely make it work, of course.
A paladin, you basically take a god and then find the most entertaining god that is evil, is within one step of lawful good.
But the generic thought about a paladin is essentially a dude that goes, I will do good and I'll be good.
It's the stick in the mud paladin.
Yeah. The lawful
the thing is,
yeah.
Lawful stupid or stupid good alternatively, because sometimes people are like, no, but I can't do that because that's kind of mean. It's like
lawful boring.
Neither of
We
those.
shall
You don't
absolutely.
want to be stuck on either of the things where people start adding these special names in for it.
We shall.
Same goes for chaotic stupid.
Chaotic neutral.
Oh,
Well, chaotic stupid can also sometimes refer to chaotic evil as well, depending on how it's played.
Yeah.
Which chaotic evil is always an awkward one already, but
chaotic done right can be very interesting, though.
yes. But done
I have
wrong, which it
never
commonly
seen
is
it
the
done
problem.
right, though. Unless you are a
I've-
rampaging lunatic who is like chaotic evil, I have never seen chaotic evil.
I
done
really
right. Or one
think
of the
that-
chaotic ones.
I really think that Halldamir did it very right for the most
He
part.
did, but he again he's going into the, and that's what I'm saying. If you do an insane character, then chaotic neutral is good because that's how I
Oh, no,
envision
Rift-
that alignment.
The thing is, Rift wasn't actually that insane.
She was pretty crazy.
I mean, chaotic to me is just not caring too much for the consequences, which means you can do things you normally wouldn't, but it also has, of course, very negative consequences. I think it can be interesting.
Like the thing is, what if you're not doing a Rith character? Like, what would chaotic neutral be? Can you name me one famous chaotic neutral character that is not insane?
Alfred Dazak, no.
No,
No.
I've played in parties with chaotic neutral characters that have been amazing to play, amazing to be with, but I don't have any like characters that they are, unfortunately, it's a rarity to find chaotic neutral played well. I feel.
yeah, Halldamir. I agree that Halldamir pulled it off well with Ritalin. Because he was like la 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 power whoop, I love it, boom.
I mean, what? She wasn't just la 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 la. She actually did put, Riff did put pause behind it, but she wasn't just
Yeah.
like going off every instinct.
That was not the image she projected. She struck. She had certainly an Alfred Dazak tendency to struck deals with everything that showed up.
More. Well, actually, a lot of times she was the one initiating the deals with the fun bit. Not accepting, just initiating them. She did very much, I think, took the sheep thing of ignoring the consequences. She was going after her goals, which weren't malicious.
Until they
ignoring the
almost
consequences on the way.
killed like everything.
I think it's not so much not caring about the consequences, but just not minding the consequences. Like, you are aware that there's consequences that might be bad, but might as well give it a shot. I certainly think that Ritalin was a good example of chaotic.
Yeah, she's one of the better ones I've seen.
The problem with the alignment is that if it is my opinion is that if it is played right, it almost
doesn't
always
work.
it never works in a party situation.
I think it can work in a party situation. Same as there are technically ways you can get chaotic evil to work in a party, but it is incredibly situational to get right.
The only way to do it with an evil one is to do what we did with Throne Knight, being like, all right, listen, you have like incredibly powerful incentives not to try anything, like a terrible curse or something like that.
I mean, for a long time I was going to play Albonix as chaotic evil, and I could have without murdering all of you. That you don't, because chaotic evil 1 is not just murder everything in sight, though it can be.
It usually is that, like, you hate everything.
Doesn't have to be hate either. It can be hate once again, and it often is. But the point is, the way chaotic evil does not necessarily need to murder everything, and especially a chaotic evil person. Nothing says they can't be friends.
Yeah, I kind of went a bit towards the chaotic evil direction with Chiron, where he basically did things like, let's destroy a village because why the fuck not?
You played neutral evil with chaotic tendencies.
Essentially, yeah.
There's a reason I never let Chiron into any of my plans. Or tried recruiting him. Both. I strongly believe that.
No, you cut out again.
Oh god damn it! Really?
You strongly believe.
that both chaotic neutral and chaotic evil can be played well in a party, but only by a player who has to be pretty damn mature player to get it right.
How would you play a chaotic evil character in a normal party?
I've seen it before, a chaotic evil character in a normal party.
I mean, in a normal do-gooder party, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Period.
No, I have seen it work for one and only one reason,
Yes.
which was because the goals the party was going after was not something which particularly motivated. More the reward was the motivation for any they had. One of the big things that ended up coming up was basically another player acting as almost like the leash for it, in a sense. The thing stopping it going over the edge all the time.
With sheer power, then, I imagine.
No, it wasn't so much sheer power. It was more because a chaotic evil person, as I said, they still want friends. They still like friends. Most of the time, unless they hate all of humanity, which is, I mean, they could, but.
I mean, evil very much suggests selfish. Pretty much in every case.
If I can quote from the Pathfinder alignment thing, it says, "A chaotic evil character does what his greed, hatred, and lust for destruction drive him to. He is vicious, arbitrarily violent, and unpredictable. If he is simply out for whatever he can get, he is ruthless and brutal. If he is committed to the spread of evil and chaos, he is even worse."
It's important to
I
remember.
can't see chaotic evil working in a normal party. I can see it working in a generally evil party.
I have seen it work in a mostly neutral and somewhat good party, mainly because of the fact that you have to remember these are still the alignment. You can read out that alignment. If you play something based on pure for alignment, you have a flat 2D character. If you just do it straight off that.
I mean, saying
don't
that
have
chaotic
character.
evil works and then not playing it as chaotic evil is
thing-
kind of not the right.
Yeah, exactly. Because
No,
then
but
you would
point-
then I would say
I'm not saying disregard what's written there.
then I say okay, but then I would say as sheep, then you're not playing chaotic evil as it is written out here. Probably you're playing something more neutral evil, which is why I personally tend to go for more of the neutral alignments because they're easier. They have more nuance to them. It's like yes, I can be a bit selfish sometimes, but generally I mean well. That's what the neutral stuff does. This actually says like chaotic evil represents the destruction not only of beauty and life, but also the order of this where this beauty depends on. Like a chaotic evil can be made to work only by force, and the leaders last only as long as they can thwart attempts to topple or assassinate them.
I was pointing out if you played a character just based on that, your character would be very flat.
Yeah, chaotic
Right.
evil is a flat alignment. It is.
The thing is, if you played lawful good just as it's written, it would also be flat.
Yes, it
Every
is.
alignment is basically flat if you don't add something extra to it.
The extremes, in my opinion, are flat. Like they are very uncompromising.
But you can agree they don't have to be flat. You can make a character who isn't flat but still conforms to the alignments.
Yes, but it is very difficult.
Yes, the point is, it takes very particular circumstances, but I know it can be done.
Yeah, except
It's not something it's not something I expect to see pulled off a lot.
Yeah, I've rarely seen it at all. Serial killers, demon cultists, arsonists, dangerous hedonists, and others lured by atrocity are drawn to this alignment.
Yep.
It's a shame the week only has 7 days.
Oh,
The problem I have with adding an extra day is, would you add that extra day to be a weekend or a week?
Yeah, of course a
weekday?
weekend. Of course a weekend.
Because I don't want another day of classes. Then it'd be even longer before D&D starts.
All you people playing in like 3 campaigns and I'm sitting here playing in 1.
3 campaigns. 1 second. What have we got? We got Tears of Tiamat, Forsaken Throne, 13th Age, and I technically have 4.
I'm in 2. I'm in 2.
I'm in 4 and technically running 2 of them, though one of them is a very light-hearted kind of beginner's game, so it's not actually as bad.
It's not as stressful.
I mean, I can do the prep that entire I can do a prep for that for entire 2 sessions in about an hour. So. Not a concern.
Okay, reading through the Pathfinder and D&D subreddits, some campaigns are really the DM throws together some encounters and then off they go. It's something I really even can't comprehend anymore at this point. Like the very light-hearted we go to the board of jobs and kill some cultists.
We talk to the mayor and get a job. And, yeah, 10 kobolds. Bring me 10 kobolds. Okay.
Bring me 1d12, I mean 8 kobolds.
He rolls, the mayor actually has a die on his desk. Get me roll 12 kobolds, please. Yes. That's the chaotic neutral mayor. It's like, what? Sure. I don't know.
Unless that's malicious, unless that's all based on malice. And then it's like, oh.
Yeah. Get me 1d12, I mean 8 kobolds, I mean Balrogs. What? Oh.
Did I say Balrogs? I meant puppies.
Yeah, down in my
evil puppies, though.
I mean basement.
I need evil puppies.
Oh. Evil puppies.
You guys are great at this.
Yes.
I might actually step outside my flat for a few minutes and go to the kebab shop right next door and grab something. I didn't have dinner, so.
To the what shop? I still have a McDonald's cheeseburger I can throw in the microwave, which is almost as disgusting as it sounds.
Yes.
McDonald's cheeseburger microwave.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great.
Yeah.
I made so much mashed potatoes today. It's like 2 kilos potatoes. That was like, if you're gonna make mashed potatoes, might as well make a lot. So I have now.
Heating up mashed potatoes doesn't work in the microwave, so it's a big.
No, you do it in the oven.
Yeah, but
you sort of roast it.
Jonas, can I have some of that mashed potato, please?
I mean, if you get over here, you can have I don't know. I have 6 plates of it in the fridge now.
Well, I know. It used to be the case. Me and my half sister, between the 2 of us, we could have eaten all of that.
I'm also gonna get some Swedish meatballs tomorrow.
they are pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Swedish meatballs with mashed potatoes. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's literal best. I only ate that once when I was in Stockholm.
Well, at least you did it once.
Like the last day.
Yeah, you had to go for it.
Yeah, my mother and I were like, we haven't eaten meatballs yet. What the fuck?
I still want to try salted licorice.
Yes. There's so much salted licorice.
And
Sheep has sampled a good selection.
And if I end up coming to Sweden and getting some, I'm bringing some back to Halldamir.
Sure. If that Halldamir party thing next summer becomes a thing, I'll bring some.
You know? That's true.
Everyone saw Sheep Cam of having it, and Griff Cam. Me and Halldamir could do a cam together for it.
Sure.
I mean, my cam was sort of anticlimactic because I realized I've eaten them before and liked them.
See?
So I just kept eating.
You're an honorary Scandinavian sheep.
You can't trump Griff Cam though. That was good.
But the only thing he ever ate in Canada was like really sweet stuff. He never encountered it.
Oh, Griff. Silly Griff. Where are my keys? There. And my wallet.
Is Throne of Night book 3 out yet?
No.
Nope.
Great.
No.
I need to take a look at the Kickstarter for that because that's hilarious.
He sent out an apology saying it'd be released very soon.
He has
Hopefully
said
within
that
the
for
next
2
2
years
months.
now. He has said that for
No,
2
the thing
years.
he also put out another announcement saying it'll be released in 2 months' time.
He's a liar.
4 months ago.
He's a liar and a fraud. That's what he is. He did excellent Way of the Wicked. That was like one of the best things ever. But after that, I don't know. He took all the money and bought like so much cocaine, and then just tripped out and has not really come back from that yet.
He has released the book covers for all 6 books.
Great.
Doesn't help us, but he's released a book cover.
I mean, he has like released a synopsis books.
Don't.
I shouldn't really look at.
We don't want to stop. There's all the book covers. We want the books.
You know, he can give me the books without the covers. Really.
Here are the book covers. So, thanks.
You should at some point it's gonna be an ASCII middle finger in the comments. You know.
I mean, it's probably going to be an actual drawing of a middle finger because art is all they have. Let's see. There have been delays. That was April. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to have updated release dates soon. That was how many? 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
I did say to you he wrote it like 4 months ago or something.
My God. My God. Children, let this be a lesson to you. If you're watching.
September last year. Book 3 approaches being finished.
Yeah.
August last year. Book 3 release soon. This is great.
We did the right move to stop Throne of Night where we did.
Like for the last more than a year, every update was like release date soon. Here's some art.
I know.
Let's look at the comments. Let's see.
They're mostly rage comments at this point. And they're justified. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly pop down to the shop and grab myself something to eat. Though technically I'll still be listening on my phone because my phone has Skype on it. So this won't be.
I don't know how much longer we're gonna go for this random rambling.
I'm enjoying the rambling though. Rambling's fun.
There's like one guy in the comments here. I'm suggesting that you write faster because people might sue you. What?
That is way more polite than I thought, though.
Yes, September. There's like one guy going, you might want to start writing a good deal faster, Mr. McBride. And then he links to like a court case for a similar Kickstarter. Oh, this is great.
It is. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we will ever know what happened exactly. But yeah, that is some fucking shit he pulled on us, you know. Luckily, I didn't back the Kickstarter. Luckily, I only bought the 2 books, but it is definitely 2 books I bought that my money has been not wasted, of course, because the Throne of Night stuff was certainly very fun and very rewarding, but it sort of feels a little bit unfinished, you know. And it is very annoying to have an unfinished campaign just lurking there. You can't do anything with it.
I mean, I can understand not making deadlines because your ambitions were too great. I can understand a decent amount of delay. I cannot understand like 2 years.
Yeah, for a book. It is a book of 90 pages. It should not take 2 years to write. I could probably write it quicker, you know. Goodness gracious.
There's one guy going like, we need to make him stop using our money to back other Kickstarters. He's using our stolen money on other Kickstarters. This is
Yep.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes. He also launched like another Kickstarter for some card game or something he also wanted to do.
really?
And got the money for that. Yep. So basically he did Way the Wicked. Got very good rapport. You know, he did it in not the fastest, but he certainly did all of it within 2 years. That was all of Way the Wicked in 2 years. And then he launched Throne of Night, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's like a Kingmaker Drow edition. That's kind of fun and interesting. So he took all the money for that, and then like a year in, he started a Kickstarter for a card game. He also did, and people were like, shouldn't you kind of finish Throne of Night? Like, what's going on with that? It's like, oh, don't worry, I can do both. And then got like the money for the card game, and I don't know.
Or the card thing he's making is just normal playing cards with the characters from Way of the Wicked.
Yeah.
Yes. Jargammon is the king of spades.
Sure.
And what's
Zacharias?
he's not on there.
What? Then I'm not interested anymore.
And Isabel is the queen of hearts,
Sure.
which doesn't quite work because apparently Belinda is the ace of hearts.
Ace of Hearts. Yeah, she should have been queen probably. What's a silver dragon?
The Anfaria.
Yeah, is she
I
queen
don't
of
know.
spades?
I can only see five of the cards here on the cover page. Wait, there's more. I don't know that woman. But Grumblejack is the jack of I don't know
Clubs?
the clubs. Yes.
Makes sense because they had a club.
Mr. Adventurer Fire dude who showed up in book 2 once is the Jack of Hearts. And Zicomo is the Jack of Spades. And apparently the mithril snakes are something as well. Let's see. Is Anfaria not a... Why is Anfaria not a card? Come on. Really? Oh, she is, but I can't see which one because this is tiny. Let's see. I think she's the queen of... what's the other red thing? I don't know the translations.
Well, you have hearts, and then you have spades. No, spades. Sorry, diamond.
Diamond, there we go. I think she's the queen of diamonds, which is kind of fitting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great project. This is the kind of project that I'd assume he is really good at because it's just art.
Yeah, and he
That
doesn't
seems
draw.
to be coming out of his bottom at this point.
Because he has an artist he's hired. He hired the artist who did the art for like Majesty 1 and 2 to do all the art for the books. So the artist is doing his job. McBride is doing nothing.
Let's see, Black Dragon, who's that? That's probably that's Jargammon. Oh, Scholar Dragon, that's Eromanthus.
Eromanthus, yeah.
That's a good picture. Grave Worm, that's what's his face? Nidhogger.
Nidhogger, yeah.
Let's see, Lich is probably dressed as Fawn, yep. Ogre, that's probably Grumblejack. Yes. I like how they're called just so generic things, but they're obviously the characters. Oh, what am I even doing? It's 1 a.m. and I'm looking at Kickstarters.
And reading them aloud for people on the internet to listen to. Oh, we have gone completely off the rails, and we're all out of everything. Happy Cat has run out of happy. And here we are at the end of all things.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Where were the rails to begin with? That is true, Charlie the Lizard. That is so true.
There's still 28 people listening to our ramblings.
Yeah.
I don't get you people. I'm sorry.
We love you though, we really do.
Yeah.
It is great. Actually, now that it's just you and me, Sheep.
Yeah.
I heard that sigh. Like, oh god.
I'm not sure where you're going with this actually.
If Tilraxos observes the woman,
Yeah.
is she still like signaling that she knows him or recognizes him somehow?
I need to make a roll for that. I will do so. Because you actually rolled a natural 20 on your sense motive there.
Oh, I sense things.
Sense things.
Andrew says it is something fun to listen to while he plays a game. We're a good podcast, basically.
Bit unfocused for a podcast. Yeah. I can see the appeal, yeah.
Well, all good unscripted podcasts are somewhat unfocused.
Let's see. Sense motive.
I guess that wasn't too good.
You rolled another 20.
Hmm.
Taraxis would see that she's not so much staring at him, but rather trying to hide just that.
Okay. So she does recognize him. That is interesting. What female spellcaster would recognize Telraxus, I wonder? You will contemplate this. I shall muse on this.
Muse on this? Sure.
Ooh. The, might actually be a game I should invest in. The Legends of Eisenwald is 55% off on Steam.
Legends of what now?
The Eisenwald.
Isn't it? Means Iron Forest.
Yeah,
Great.
the Iron Forest. It is a German-produced role-playing game, I think. Where you are a knight going around this German fantasy countryside doing stuff.
Legends of Eisenwald. Let's take a look. 55% off. Amazing. Reviews mostly positive. Let's look at the negative ones. Let's see. It's a turn-based squad-level tactical combat game. That's nothing for me.
Not a fan of XCOM, huh?
I can see the appeal, but I just don't get into it as much as other people.
I love XCOM. Oh, so great! I was so disappointed when they moved to next year. I really want to play that a lot. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I suppose we should call it a night, Sheep.
Should we?
I suppose we should.
I guess we should.
There is the Forsaken Throne tomorrow. We do have a bonus session on Sunday.
Sunday starting at 1, I think we decided on.
It's 1 o'clock CEST, which I do believe is like 7 in the morning on the East Coast and 5 in the morning on the West Coast. So
It's essentially 7 hours earlier than our usual start time.
7 hours earlier than our usual start time. Tune in then, if you please. We will do more dragon shenanigans. Hopefully, people will be feeling better, and hopefully, Inabox will be back. Otherwise, I don't know what we're gonna do, honestly. But you know, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. Oh, all right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow and on Sunday. Good night.
Good night.